Adon Castaneda here once again with Cyber Blue Team Consulting LLC. I want to talk about the defense, blue team side of things, and I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible to try not to give you a headache. Run through this real quick. So, Microsoft Sentinel, right? You're going to be using the cloud in defense most likely. If you're working on premise, might be using something like VMware, but let's stick with Azure. Let's stick with the cloud. Let's stick with what the government trusts and a lot of Fortune 500, Fortune 50 companies trust with their enterprise environments. Using Microsoft Sentinel, that's going to be the Security Information and Event Management Portal. Simplify security operations with intelligent security analytics and scale as you grow. Okay, so that's going to alert you logs and things like that. And you'll be able to monitor your environment essentially. You're going to also utilize SOAR, security orchestration, automated response to automate runbooks, playbooks, things like that. You're going to have to implement blueprints and policies and things of that nature with for compliance. That'll be like with Microsoft Defender for Cloud, things of that nature. We'll jump into that a little later. Next is going to be Defender for Identity. This is going to implement with Microsoft Entra, which is Azure AD, Azure Active Directory. Okay, Microsoft Defender for Identity. That's going to enhance security for your Active Directory environment. Okay, that's going to be let me think real quick. That's going to be authorization, authentication, things like that. Detect and respond to advanced identity cyber threats across your organization. Exactly what it is. All these tools, look them up. You'll find out. Azure is extremely powerful. You're going to use, let's see, Microsoft Entra, privileged identity management. That's with Entra. That's going to just-in-time access, just enough access. Privileged admin workflow, audit ready, okay? That's going to enhance security as well. You're going to use privileged access management, which might be something like mandatory access control, MAC, RBAC, role-based access control, principle of least privilege, things of that nature. Authentication, authorization, somewhat of a implementing and enhancing your zero trust architecture. Okay, protect your organization from cyber threats by monitoring, detecting, and preventing unauthorized privileged access to critical resources. Right. That's going to protect your critical resources. It's extremely important. AI-powered unified SecOps. Okay, you're going to look that up, find out more information on it, and see if it's going to work for your environment. Okay, secure your multi-platform, multi-cloud environment. All right. So next is going to be Microsoft Defender for Endpoint. All right, help secure endpoints with industry-leading multi-platform detection and response. Microsoft has all that. You might be able to find some of this stuff in the Azure portal, Microsoft Marketplace. Just type in the filter, search bar, all these tools, and you should be able to find most of them. If not, Google it, search it. You'll find it. And just talk to sales. You can start your free trial, learn more, talk to sales, call Microsoft, and they'll help you implement the technology you need to secure your environment. Microsoft Defender for Cloud, we talked about that. That's going to be implementing compliance, really, policy, and you can be security compliance and security posture utilizing frameworks and things of that nature. Help protect multi-cloud and hybrid environments with comprehensive security across the full lifecycle from development to runtime. You contact sales for that, start a free trial, etc., etc. All right. So Microsoft Defender for Cloud, Unified Dev Ops, security management, strengthen and manage your cloud security posture, protect your cloud workloads. Okay. Capabilities has all this. Regulatory compliance, cyber attack path analysis, workload protection, vulnerability scanning, DevOps posture visibility, infrastructure as code security guidance, security posture monitoring. Okay. Here we're going to go to Microsoft Defender for Cloud Apps. Okay. That's going to modernize how you secure your apps, protect your data, and elevate your app posture with software as a service security. Okay. Microsoft Defender for Office 365. That's going to be your Office 365 environment. It'll give you like detonation chambers for emails, which it's kind of like a sandbox for your email, I believe, for the premium version. Help secure your email in Microsoft Teams with advanced protection against phishing, business email compromise, ransomware, and other cyber threats. There's other tools you can use, other vendors like Barracuda and things of that nature, but this is Microsoft Defender. It's seamless integration with its environment. You stick with Azure, get the highest premium license, and you'll be good to go. Or based on your budget, right? If you can afford the best, get the best. Microsoft Entra ID protection, block identity takeover in real time. It's going to enhance your ID authorization identification. authorization and authentication, things of that nature with your Azure AD environment. Microsoft Entra ID protection. There's another one which is there's gonna be additional security methods and validation methods to ensure you are who you say you are. Uh, protect your ID. So prevent identity compromise, help protect against credential theft, deepen insights into your identity security posture. All right. So you can develop your own home network, practice with all these tools, but there's a few more. Microsoft Entra ID protection. I believe this is one that enhances your ID protection. It's gonna almost the same thing. I believe I have two of those windows open. Okay. Um, secure access for anyone from anywhere to anything. Unified identity and network access. Let's see, this one's going to be discover the Microsoft Entra suite. Okay, the Microsoft Entra. That's going to be your Active Directory environment for Azure. Your Azure AD, okay? Now it's known as Microsoft Entra suite. Okay, that's where you log in. That's your portal. That's going to be authorization, authentication, principle of least privilege, mandatory access control, role-based access control, things of that nature, discretionary access control, things like that. What is SOAR? Okay, detect it. Okay, SOAR, we talked about that. Security orchestration and automated response. Running playbooks, runbooks, Jupyter playbooks, all that good stuff. Things of that nature. Okay, detect and stop attacks across your security enterprise with Microsoft Sentinel, a modern SecOps solution. Okay, that's going to automate certain tasks. So using AI, machine learning, and things like that to make things easier for the analyst, make things easier for you. It's like a SIEM on steroids. It's more powerful than just a SIEM, right? Security Information Event Management. It's more powerful than that. So you're going to want to implement that no matter what, okay? So Azure Firewall pricing. Okay, this is what we talked about. The Azure Premium Firewall is an intrusion prevention system as well as next generation firewall. So if you get an Azure Premium Firewall, which is what critical infrastructure should be using, then you'll be good to go, okay? It's going to help a lot. So it's still not, everything's not perfect, but it's going to help a lot, right? You can add layers of security and defense in depth, right? Zero trust architecture, network segmentation, things like that, right? Prevent privilege escalation, prevent lateral movement, prevent pivoting, things like that, right? Isolation, network segmentation, zero trust architecture, authenticate everything, authenticate everyone, trust no one, zero trust, okay? Azure Premium Firewall, intrusion prevention systems, and things of this nature. Okay. See what else we're gonna have. Azure Sphere. That's gonna be for your IoT devices. Create, connect, and maintain security intelligence IoT devices from the edge to the cloud. Okay, that's gonna secure IoT device. Azure Sphere is a secured IoT platform for building solutions that start in silicon and extend through the OS into the cloud. Securely connect, manage, and protect new and existing intelligent devices. Okay, so that's going to help too. Create, connect, and secure IoT edge devices. Azure Sphere. Microsoft Purview. Secure and govern your entire data estate. Okay, that's going to be like governance, management, things of that nature. Okay, governance, compliance, things like that. That's going to help, okay, understand and govern data, safeguard data wherever it lives, improve risk and compliance posture, okay? Extremely important. Audit, communication, compliance, compliance manager, data lifecycle management, data loss prevention, adaptive protection, e-discovery, information protection, insider risk management, and unified data governance, okay? These are all explore the Microsoft Purview family, okay? Help keep your organization's data safe with a range of solutions for unified data security, data governance, and risk and compliance management. All right. Here we go. Let me throw this. Getting a little dark. Microsoft Purview Insider Risk Management. Okay, that's kind of with the Purview, but this is also risk management. Let's see, quickly identify and take action on insider risks with an integrated end-to-end approach. You might want to use this. You're a big company, you can afford it. All right, you don't want insider risk, okay? So this is going to help just keep everything when your auditor comes in, it's going to help keep you compliant. It's going to help keep you safe, protect you and your company and as well as your customers, okay? As well as your employees. Microsoft Purview e-discovery. Okay, that's going to help with investigation. Efficiently respond to legal matters or internal investigations with intelligent capabilities that reduce data to only what's relevant. Okay, if there's a breach, if there's like legal things, the law needs to get involved, police need to get involved, FBI needs to get involved. This is going to help with the e-discovery and data retention, things of that nature, to where forensic analysts, forensic experts can investigate and see what happens. Check all the logs, monitor everything, see if there's money being funneled in, or money being embezzled, or any of that, things of that nature, right? See if anything's being stolen, data being stolen, data being leaked, things of that nature, I believe, right? So that's going to be important as well. Let me move on. I'm trying to do this as quick as possible. There are a lot of tools. Microsoft Purview Data Loss Prevention. Okay, that's going to help prevent data loss, accidental or intentional. Get intelligent detection and control of sensitive information across Office 365, OneDrive, SharePoint, Microsoft Teams, and on the endpoint. Okay, so that's going to help data loss prevention. If you're in cybersecurity, you know what that is. It's how you do it. Okay. Maximize the everyday with Microsoft 365. Entra Connect, this is going to be something special to where, okay, Microsoft Entra Connect allows you to quickly onboard to Entra ID and Office 365. This is exactly what it is. Okay, you download this, that's how you connect and onboard your Entra ID and Office 365. That's what that does. Microsoft Priva for privacy. Elevate your privacy posture, keep customer data private, and streamline compliance processes. You can watch the video, talk to sales, see data sheet, streamline privacy management. Okay, modernize your privacy program with a platform that scales to meet your evolving compliance needs. Consolidate data privacy operations, standardize and streamline compliance, accelerate digital transformation and mitigate risks. Okay, so Priv is going to be important, especially if you're a big company, even a medium-sized company. Okay, small companies, if you can't afford it, work with your budget, get the best you can. Get a good analyst, get an expert that knows what they're doing, and work with if you can, a virtual or in-house chief information security officer, and do the best you can with your budget. IT budget's important. We know that. Microsoft Defender vulnerability management. Okay, you're going to need this to scan for vulnerabilities across your Azure environment and remediate risks. Okay, find solutions. Implement patches. Update everything, update machines, update servers, all that stuff. Reduce cybersecurity threats with a risk-based approach to vulnerability management. You see plans and pricing, things of that nature. You can also use Qualys. We'll talk about that later. It's another it's a vulnerability management software you could download from the marketplace in Azure. Okay. Microsoft Defender vulnerability management. I have two windows open. Okay. Microsoft Defender threat intelligence. This is they have thousands of experts. Azure has thousands of experts. Microsoft does. Looking for threats, scanning the internet, scanning across the world for threats, malware, things of that nature, Trojans. There's new viruses all the time. Okay, so we have to be looking out for that kind of stuff. That's what threat intelligence does, and it implements and feeds into your Sentinel, your Azure Sentinel. Okay, and your Azure SOAR, and that's gonna you're gonna be able to monitor everything from there, and you're gonna be able to threat hunt. You're gonna be able to hunt for threats and things of that nature. Unmask and neutralize modern adversaries and cyber threats such as ransomware. Okay, it's extremely important. Okay, because there's new ransomware all the time. Talk to sales, figure out more about it, uncover your adversaries, identify cyber attackers and their tools, accelerate cyber threat detection and remediation, enhance your security tools and workflows. Okay, once you get on-hands experience with this kind of stuff and these technologies, it becomes secondhand nature. Okay, you get proficient at it. You become expert. Learn how Defender threat intelligence enables security professionals to directly access, ingest, and act upon our powerful repository of threat intelligence built from 78 trillion signals and more than 10,000 multidisciplinary experts worldwide. Okay, so it's very powerful. You're gonna need to use this for threat intelligence, threat hunting, things of that nature. And keeping your environment safe. Okay, next is Key Vault. You're gonna need a Key Vault to generate keys, passwords, certificates, things like that, things of that nature. Safeguard cryptographic keys and other secrets used by cloud apps and services. Okay, pay-as-you-go account, try Azure for free, things like that. All right, you're gonna need that. You're not gonna want to keep passwords like on your systems that are unencrypted or anything like that. You want to use advanced encryption standard, military grade, advanced AES. Okay, and you're gonna want to use things like that. Okay, the most powerful hashing algorithms, salting your hash, most advanced encryption, things of that nature. Key Vault's you're gonna want to use the HSM. So let me look that up before I forget. Azure HSM. I'm not sure if I have a window open, but a dedicated hardware security module is going to be managed hardware security modules that use in the cloud. Okay, this is going to create and generate cryptographic keys that you can use in your environment, and it's dedicated hardware, so it's more secure, more safe, dedicated firmware, things like that. Okay, comprehensive security and compliance built in. Okay, so things like that. Let me go back to where we were. We're at threat intelligence, key vault. Okay, Microsoft Defender for Identity. Okay, Defender for Identity, detect and respond to advanced identity cyber threats across your organization. Identity protection and security. Okay, you're gonna want to look into that. That's gonna help. Some of these stuff complement each other, and it's just layers of defense in depth, right? It just adds layers and layers, makes it much more difficult for an attacker to break through all these layers, right? It's like a castle. If you're protecting the king, the queen, the princess, the prince, and all that, then you're gonna have all these layers of defense: gates, guards, alligators, trenches, archers, things like that, right? Swordsmen, all that kind of good stuff. So all this stuff, they're guards, they're defensive technology that protect against hackers and make it difficult even for some of the best in the world. Okay, everything's hackable, but this makes it extremely difficult. They're going to get tired, move on to something new. Get started with Microsoft Security. You're going to want to look into this security AI, all this security, right? Microsoft Entra ID, Active Directory, Microsoft Azure Key Vault, governance. We've talked about a lot of this stuff, and there's more tools in this. XDR, very important. I'm not sure if I covered XDR yet, but Microsoft Defender XDR is like zero trust. Okay, helps stop attackers with automated cross-domain security and built-in AI. Use AI, probably machine learning, things like that, and zero trust architecture, network segmentation, okay, and things like that. So it's going to be much more secure and very powerful to detect and respond. XDR, extended detection and response. It'll respond, detect, and respond. Okay. So Microsoft Defender for IoT. Get real-time asset discovery, vulnerability management, and cyber threat protection for your Internet of Things and industrial infrastructure, such as industrial control systems and operational technology. All right, ICS and OT. Microsoft Defender for IoT. That's also very powerful for not just IoT devices, enterprise IoT devices, which is important, but it's also critical infrastructure. It'll passively monitor your critical infrastructure, that if it's connected to public internet, to the cloud, or anything like that, and inform you and notify the experts, the analysts, and the cybersecurity specialists what is going on and everything that's going on. Give them insights, give them everything they need to know to see if they're being breached, if something's going on. Okay, complete IoT and ICS and OT security. That's what it is. Accelerate. Okay, so. Enough about that. That's very important. We're also going to talk about Qualys. Okay, Qualys to scan your ICS and OT environment or SCADA environment. All right, supervisory control and data acquisition. I believe your SCADA environment. That's going to be stuff like power plants, water supply systems, critical infrastructure, hospitals, power grids, things like that. Okay, so. Qualys will scan an air-gapped critical infrastructure, air-gapped, not even connected to the internet. You bring a vetted device in, vetted computer, highly secure, gone through all this vetting process. You got Qualys on there, you got this right here, Qualys platform, and you scan it. It'll give you vulnerability. It gives you remediation steps, solutions, vulnerability management information, all that stuff. And you're going to patch everything. You're going to fix everything, update everything, make everything compliant with frameworks, policy compliance, NIST framework, different types of various frameworks, right? A variety of frameworks that you can comply with. You can comply with more than one framework, make it more secure than just one framework. If you're compliant with one framework, it doesn't mean you're fully compliant, right? It doesn't mean you're fully secure. You can be more highly secured if you're compliant with 2-3 frameworks. If you add security, you have all these different security implementations above and beyond just one framework. Okay, one security framework. It has asset management, vulnerability and configuration management, risk remediation, threat detection and response, and compliance. Okay, we talked about that. Security assessment questionnaire, cloud security posture management, file integrity monitoring, things like that. Policy compliance, okay? Patch management, extremely important, okay? All this good stuff in Qualys, all right? And there's free training on this, okay? Back to where we were, Defender for IoT, Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework for Azure. You're going to want to, if you're migrating, you want to adopt into the cloud, you're jumping into Azure, check out the Microsoft Cloud Adoption Framework for Azure, okay? It'll give you strategy, migrate, innovate, plan, ready, all this stuff, secure, manage, govern. It's going to give you a guidance. It's a framework for cloud adoption, okay? Azure well architected framework. It gives you a framework to architect well. It seems like, right? That's what it sounds like. The Azure well architected framework is a set of quality driven tenets, architectural decision points, and review tools intended to help solution architects build a technical foundation for their workloads, okay? So exactly what it says, design workloads that achieve business value over time, okay? You're going to want to abide by this framework. And this will secure your environment, keep you compliant, keep you organized, keep you secure, and enhance overall security posture, okay? So also Microsoft Entra Verified ID, extremely important, enhances security for ID verification. Start verifying identities using face check with Microsoft Entra Verified ID included in the Microsoft Entra suite, okay? So some of these ID verification techniques and tools integrate with Microsoft Entra suite, okay? Included with Microsoft Entra suite. You get higher version, premium version, higher premium levels and tiers. You're gonna have more security and more features and more advanced security features, okay? So protect with AI, okay? Protect with AI, I believe this is like, you could use Copilot for security, Copilot in Microsoft Purview, Copilot in Microsoft Defender for external attack surface management. You're going to be able to use Copilot in Microsoft Entra, Copilot in Microsoft Defender for XDR, Copilot in Microsoft Intune, Copilot in Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Okay, Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Excuse me. Also, I think we talked about Intune is very important too. So let me, if I don't have that open, if I didn't cover that, Azure Intune, okay? Look that up. Jump into the Microsoft Intune right here. And Intune, okay, this is going to be your mobile device management for COBO, corporate owned, business only, corporate owned, personally enabled, bring your own device, things of that nature. It's going to compartmentalize or containerize, or it's going to split and basically, or like corporate owned, business only will basically give the company more control, right? It's going to make it more difficult for attackers to break in. Corporate owned, personally, whatever you decide, whatever framework or technique or method you want to utilize, you're going to have a certain level of security based on what you decide. So Microsoft Intune, right? You implement this is your command center for endpoint management. Employees' phones, employees' iPads, employees' devices, things that anything brought into the company that can attach itself to the network and infect your network. You need to keep devices highly secure, especially if they have access to corporate apps, corporate information, sensitive information, anything like that, corporate networks, things of that nature. If you have Wi-Fi in the building, or if you have an app, a corporate app on their phone, if it's their personal phone, then they're going to be downloading all these other apps that could break into your app, the corporate app, and infect the network. Okay, so if corporate owned, business only might have whitelisting for employees to only utilize certain apps that the business allows, and they can't download anything else. Is whitelisting. They can only have certain apps, only use it for certain things, right? Strictly for business, okay? A corporate owned, business only. And a lot of other companies let them use apps and use it for personal stuff and make phone calls home and things like that. It's a little less secure, but you can compartmentalize and containerize that kind of stuff where half of it, so you split it, so part of it is is for personal, and then the other half is for business, things of that nature. And just hope you don't get attacked, and just hope for the best, pray for the best, pretty much. Let's see, where was I? Over here, Microsoft Defender External Attack Surface Management. Okay, see your business the way an attacker can. This is going to help manage your attack surface, essentially. Microsoft Autopilot. This is important because Windows Autopilot simplifies the way devices get deployed, reset, and repurposed with an experience that is zero touch for IT. Okay, over here, connect devices deployed with Windows Autopilot with Microsoft Entra ID and mobile device management. Okay, so out of the box, ready to go. Keep track of the whole process. Provisioning minus the hassle. Move to the cloud at your own pace. What they do is they set up your device. Okay, device registration, profile creation, assignment, and shipping. Your vendor ships devices to users. They turn the device on, go online, and Windows Autopilot delivers apps and settings. So essentially Microsoft ships you these devices. If you got 1,000 employees, things like that, then you connect it to Autopilot essentially, and it delivers apps and settings and all that. So it's out of the box, ready to go. Somewhat in somewhat of a compliance setting, and things of that nature, right? More security, based on maybe default. You might still have to configure things, but it's going to be better than just getting these devices from whoever, wherever, and just trying to configure everything yourself. This is going to be default based on Microsoft standards, is what it seems like. Okay. So other than that, my Windows Autopilot can be extremely beneficial for startup companies or businesses that need new equipment. Also, okay, enroll in Windows and Intune, we talked about that. Business critical applications, okay, scale mission critical applications on Azure without compromising performance. Protect your most valuable data with compliance and security certifications, okay? So if you have business critical applications, look into this with Azure. You can start free, all this good stuff and more. This is the Cyber Blue Team Consulting LLC overview on defense, on blue team operations, on defense, protecting and defending your enterprise environment, your corporate environment, or your critical infrastructure environment. Okay, you want to protect and defend this good stuff. Once again, my name is Don Miguel Castaneda, Cybersecurity Consulting LLC, Blue Team, and I'll catch you all in the next episode. Peace.